Hey, good morning. Good morning. My name is, of course, Taurus Phillips, and I own a business in Southeast D.C. where the opioid epidemic is really raging, and other drugs like K2. And I have a couple of questions, but I think the problem is because we swayed away from the original Hippocratic oath where we were supposed to heal with food, and doctors and pharmaceutical companies, they really have to take the lead in making sure that they invest in research on how we can go back to utilizing food to heal. But my question is, Mr. Cummings, is that how are we looking at the individuals who was affected in the past about these opioid drugs in my neighborhood who are doing 10, 20, 30 years, and they were addicts, but maybe had drugs to sell to heal their disease, the disease that we call it. So what are we doing, and how are we looking into those people who are incarcerated now in this situation?
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Mr. Cummings.
Sir, I think that an excellent question, and I am very concerned about them too. When we think about, say, for example, say like Colorado, where people are literally buying marijuana on television. I mean, you can see them buying it every day. But on the other hand, you come to other states and people are being arrested for it. And we know that marijuana has been known to be a gateway drug. And so you do have a lot of people who are serving time in prison for usually the sale of drugs. We had started doing some significant criminal justice reform before the Trump administration came along, and basically a lot of that then got either slowed down or almost brought to a halt. And we've got to go back and begin to look at this situation for what it is. Your point is so significant because one of the biggest problems with regard to this addiction situation is that a lot of people still see it as a person's personal failings, and it has nothing to do with a personal failings. It's in many instances because they have been facing difficult situations. It may be a trait that runs through their family, and they begin to use these drugs. They become addicted, and we don't see it as a disease. We see it as the person failed to do something, and then not only that, failed to take responsibility. Then not only that, we then punish them for their illness. And so some kind of way we've got to move away from that and treat it as such. But you're right, we need to go back, we need to revisit this situation because there's so many people that have been treated unfairly, and they're sitting in our prisons right now. They have not gotten the effective treatment that they needed. And we have to address that, and we will.
Our guest serves the 7th District of Maryland, including Baltimore. He is the ranking member of the Committee on Oversight and Government. Representative Elijah Cummings joining us on Washington Journal to talk about the opioid crisis, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you.